Hello. So the course that I would like to construct involves the use of positive feedback within an organization, and this can be used by both employees and supervisors and managers. I think feedback should be met on both sides, and I think feedback should be constructive and used regularly. I don't think feedback serves any purpose if it is done like once a year. I don't see that benefiting anybody. If there's something that needs to be improved upon, it should be addressed right away. Because if someone holds feedback back from somebody, then they're gonna, wonder why it was kept from them, and if they continue to exhibit those negative trends, and they feel like they're kind of under a microscope, and they were, being looked down upon without anyone really helping them see that what they were doing was not constructive. And I've been a part of situations where I've seen positive feedback and then negative feedback in a way that how it was administered. To me, positive feedback is done in a way where it's in a very rather constructive manner, where there is a reason behind like the feedback given, whether it's ways to improve in a job performance. And so a negative example of that was I've seen a situation where it was just criticism, and nothing was really gained from it. It was just a person feeling like they were just being criticized for 20 minutes, which that's not constructive. What is a person really going to do with that, except for spend the rest of the day feeling negative about their job performance and how they're doing? Feedback should be used as a way of building someone up while at the same time showing them what areas they can work on, because it's all about improvement. And everyone can use some improvement, not just employees, but I've managers and supervisors as well. I've seen situations where the supervisor manager conducting the feedback session asked them to reciprocate and asked them what are there some things that they can work on, and that was a bit of a game changer, because it put everyone on the same equal playing field. They're all on the same team. They might have different positions within the team, but it's important to know that they all have the same goal, and so they all want to be at their best, and they all want to get to where they need to be. And some people don't know unless they know where they can improve upon. And so for the course I want to do, I think it should involve teams, specifically people that work together. It should be like a team building exercise, and it should be people that already know each other and have worked together and could look to enhance their skills in the realms of providing constructive feedback. And so this will provide a need of being able to know from everyone involved that feedback shouldn't be something that should be scary and avoided. In fact, it should be something that should be embraced. It should be seen as a positive. It's a way for someone to know, oh, this is what I'm doing well in. Great. Positive feedback is always a great way to boost the morale within a work environment, and also let someone know, hey, maybe this would be an area you could work on. You're almost there. Here's the next step to get to that next level. All right, and it should never be personal. Feedback should never be, and I mean that in the sense of it shouldn't be used as a way of tearing someone down. It shouldn't be a reflection of them as a person, but a way of improving them and their work performance. So, an exercise that I think would be good, because it's important to make this a fun environment. Is I saw this on LinkedIn where there was a activity where everyone involved, they all got pieces of flashcards, and they all everyone involved had got to have feedback presented to them, something positive, and then something that they could work on. And everyone involved had to write their names on the card so everyone knew where each feedback was coming from. And then at the end, everyone got their own personal feedback that everyone had for them. They read it, and then they spend the next few minutes going around the circle and explain what they've learned from the experience. What are some of the things that they can work on? What are some of the things that they are excelling in? And it gives everyone a chance to know that everyone has feedback for themselves. Everyone can improve on something, and everyone excels at something. Everyone is different, and that's great. And so, no one goes into any situation knowing everything and excelling at everything. Everyone can improve on something, and it's important to know that and not be afraid of it. And if everyone sees that, everyone goes through, the feedback process, and they don't feel so isolated. Ways that this can also be done is, through interviews, see how each individual feels about feedback. Maybe they all love it, and there's some more tools they could learn. And if some people are wary of it, it's important to know why are they wary of it, what makes them nervous about it, why do they try to avoid it. And it's also important to learn how often feedback is performed within an organization. If it is something that's done once a year, twice a year, that's not enough. Nothing will be learned from that. How will a person be expected to improve if they don't know what they need to improve on? If it's presented to them in the manner that it should, which is in the present, then a person can learn and grow from the feedback that they were given. I have worked in a situation where feedback was rarely given, and people, as far as I know, aren't mind readers. So it's a little hard for them to know that they need to improve if they don't even know they need to improve. And if you're just telling someone only what they can improve on and not what they're doing well in, then that's going to damper, why would they, that would make them feel like, I'm obviously not doing well at this job, I should go find, another one. That could risk large turnovers within an organization, and hey, maybe they aren't the right fit for the job, and maybe they can go find a job where they can excel at. But for the most part, feedback should be provided in a way that lets someone know that it's not just a negative, like a roast. This is a way for everyone to know that the company sees what you're doing, appreciates what you're doing, and is offering ways to improve on what you already have done within the company. And so, I've seen people tend to, I've talked to various people and about how they feel about feedback within a company, and it's been a mixed bag. Some individuals they don't look forward to it. They see it as a way of just being told all the ways that they're not good enough within an organization, and that makes me feel rather sad for them, because I think feedback is something that should be seen as something that should be embraced. It's not, I've talked to some individuals where they feel like it's just used as a way for them to be judged by others. And it should not be, a judgmental, tool. It should be a way of showing people what they can improve on, and showing them also that, hey, I've noticed that you really excelled at this. Good job. Keep doing that. Keep reaffirming, the good work that they're doing. And that way that it's a great motivation because if you put forth hard work, it's great to be acknowledged of the hard work you're doing. That can boost the morale right there. And then by providing, by reaffirming that, oh, you're doing great at this, here's something you could work on, saying, oh, it's not all negative. Great. I'm doing something right. And I don't know, from a personal experience, when I've been told that, I'm more than willing to hear, oh, yeah, great, I'm more than willing to improve on that. Just tell me that it's not all negative. And it's also important that feedback be reciprocated. Everyone involved everyone should be given a chance to improve. Everyone should know that it is a universal tool. Everyone should have the right to know what's working and what isn't working. And so if your feedback is provided in a continuous manner and in an environment where everyone is on an even playing field, it shouldn't be an interrogation. So the supervisor or manager who is conducting the feedback session should, provide feedback and then ask the employee, well, what are your thoughts on this? Agree, disagree. If disagree, explain, what may have been misconstrued, or perhaps your reasoning behind why you would disagree. And then both parties can come up to a mutual conclusion of, how to proceed from there, or, where to go from there if they come to meet somewhere in the middle. I've been in a situation where I've received feedback from a manager who wasn't around that much, but based on the time that they were there, they saw a certain behavior, and so I was able to provide examples of, well, no, and then we came to a conclusion of, while it wasn't a regular occurrence, it's something that could be improved upon. And it started out in my mind as, oh, this is going to be negative, ended up being rather positive. And so it's important to have open discussion. Open discussion is important because it allows, the necessary feedback to be seen as a way that's going to be more constructive. And so, I think feedback is something that is so necessary for any, just not just organization, but life. And so a course on feedback is something that should be seen as a way of not hiding away from it and showing that it is universal and it is necessary, because it gives everyone a chance to improve, and it gives everyone a chance to know what their strengths are within an organization, and also know that everyone can benefit from improving on areas that they might not know that they might not be best at, or not best, but excelling at within an organization. And so I'm all for people using feedback as a way to boost their morale and get to that next level of being where they need to be within an organization. And this can be used as a great team building exercise to show that everyone here, we're all on the same team. We all may have different positions within this team, but we're all here with the same goal, and we're all here wanting to improve upon our skills. And so this would be the most effective way of, I think, exhibiting that would be to have all of them sort of learn how to embrace receiving constructive feedback from everyone involved, and know that they are also vital members of a team as well. This is also a way to show your hard work has not gone unnoticed, you are valued. And by showing how much we value you, we want you to show you ways that you can enhance the skills that you already have within an organization. That is the course that I would like to construct.